Monumental Moments, where we live to multiply His movement. I'm Melissa Machenbacher, and this is a place we passionately pursue and proclaim Jesus. Today's monumental moment is titled, Check Yes or No. You don't have to be a country music fan to know of country music legend George Strait, who produced over 60 #1 hits. He sold over 70 million albums that have kept his songs playing on record players, in jukeboxes, and cars, and homes, and headphones around the world for decades. I remember growing up to the sounds of his country twang and guitar ringing from our pickup truck and echoing throughout the horse barn. One song that you may know that is still played today is Check Yes or No. The catchy chorus says something like this: do you love me? Do you want to be my friend? And if you do, well then don't be afraid to take me by the hand if you want to. I think this is how love goes. Check yes or no. If you've heard it, you're probably singing it in your head already. I just got back from a week-long Forge missions trip in Medellin, Colombia, with a group of incredible women. We partnered with Forge alumni who are now missionaries working with indigenous people in Colombia. We were so thankful to have the opportunity to get to serve along with everyone there. We shared the love of Christ by washing feet, rubbing shoulders, holding babies, teaching in the school, sharing Bible stories, serving with the church, holding a carnival for the village, and holding a women's conference at a local church there. No, we were not listening to George Strait, but I have to tell you that I thought of that song a time or two while we were there. The trip had hard moments for sure. There were language barriers that were tough. At times, while sharing testimonies, team members would speak in English to have it translated into Spanish, to have it then translated again into the indigenous language for the Embera people. I wanted so badly to be able to speak the language and speak directly with them. The local missionaries are dedicating their lives there day in and day out, working with these beautiful people and learning their language. There are words that we have in our English language the Embera people have literally no words for at all, including love. I thought of the sacrificial love that these missionaries offer every single day to share the love of Christ with these people. Day after day after day, they say yes to God, which allowed our team to say yes to God to join them for a week. These missionaries said yes to God years ago and attended a Forge equipping program that determined their next yes to God, which they're currently living out, working with the indigenous people groups. These missionaries were able to say yes, and they could attend the Forge equipping program because the president and founder of Forge said yes to God. Our yeses to God matter, and they often impact other people. It made me question whether I check yes or no. And how often am I telling God no? I instantly moved past the George Strait song and I went straight to the Word of God. Isaiah 6:1-8 depicts a vision that Isaiah received, and it says this: in the year that King Hezekiah died, I saw the Lord high and exalted, seating on a throne, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Above him were seraphim, each with 6 wings. With 2 wings they covered their faces, with 2 they covered their feet, and with 2 they were flying. And they were calling to one another, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. The whole earth is full of His glory. At the sound of their voices, the doorposts and the thresholds shook, and the temple was filled with smoke. Woe to me, I cried, I'm ruined, for I am a man of unclean lips, and I live among a people of unclean lips, and my eyes have seen the King, the Lord Almighty. Then one of the seraphim flew to me with a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with tongs from the altar. With it he touched my mouth, and he said, See, this has touched your lips. Your guilt is taken away, and your sin atoned for. Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send? And whom will go for us? And I said, Here I am, send me. The prophet Isaiah saw a vision with the Lord high and exalted. He saw really above him seraphim, and he heard them calling to one another, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. Isaiah cried, and a seraphim flew to him, touched his mouth, and spoke to him. Isaiah went on to hear the voice of the Lord asking, Whom shall I send? And who will go for us? Isaiah stepped up and without hesitation said, Here am I, send me. Isaiah heard the Lord's question and plea. He understood the need, and he did not wait for the Lord to ask him directly. He simply said, I am here, send me. The Lord's next word was go, along with a list of things to tell the people. Isaiah was called to do hard things, to go and declare God's judgment that would come. Are you willing to say yes to God when you see a need and you know God's heart and you hear him ask? Are you willing to say yes to God when it's hard? I know that we would all like to think that we would say yes. But have we? Are we? I asked myself and I asked our mission team, and now I'm asking you, what is your next yes to God? If you do not know it, seek the Lord for clarity. He will give you clarity. He will show you. No matter how big or how little, easy or hard, your yes matters, and it will most likely set in motion an opportunity for others to say yes to God. How can you make monumental moments and live to multiply his movement today?